All right, can you guys all hear me pretty good, I hope? Okay. So this is what I'm doing right now is the one spirit, one reading for each individual. You can stay or you can go. It's up to you guys. But some people stay and to watch the rest of it, and some just go after the reading. So let me explain how this works. I'm sure you guys all know how I do readings. And I have to explain it. You guys all hear me pretty good, I hope. Please mute yourself for a minute. Thank you. So this is what I'm doing right now. Wait, give me 1 second. The one spirit, one reading for each individual. I don't know why you can stay or you can go. It's up to you guys. But some people stay and watch the rest of it. All right. Give me 1 second. I know I was muted there. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So anyway, let me explain how this works. So when I do connect with spirit, they will show themselves looking young. I do not see them elderly, sick, handicapped, have a disease, addiction. I do not see them old, gray. How they passed away, they don't show themselves unless they want to, but they usually look young after they cross into the light. So that's how I usually connect with the spirit when they decide to show themselves to me or tell me how they look. Now understand that spirit will only give you messages that you need, not what you want to hear. A lot of times they're not here to talk about the good old times or normal conversation. It's always about healing, validation, maybe something important, and that's all it is. I'm just a messenger. I ask certain questions to give validation. Sometimes spirit will have more to it, but that's all it does. I mean, that's all usually how it works. I do not control how long the spirit talks. I do not control their personality, even though the personalities sometimes don't change. I mean, their personalities don't change on their side, but sometimes they don't show it during the reading. Sometimes they do. I don't know. I don't control that. I don't control how long the spirit talks. I don't add nothing to my reading. When they're done, I'm done. I ask, like I said, I have a series of questions I ask each spirit, and that's how I do it. And that's how I give validation. Now, if you want to ask a spirit a question, that's no problem. Be mindful. Spirits do not like obvious questions because they won't answer me, and they do not like questions where they feel like they're being tested. An example would be questions where you and the spirit both have the same answer. Some people try to throw in things like, well, ask my brother what my favorite color is, ask my mom where we went on vacation, ask my dad what my favorite food is. Things like that. It's going to shut that reading down really quick, and it ain't me, it's spirit. Because up there, it's a higher vibration. And if they feel like they're being tested, they ain't going to respond. And it's going to ruin your reading. If you get too skeptical and you keep your wall up too high, it's going to affect your reading as well. Try to be open about it. The more open you are, the more easier it is for the reading to get through. It's healthy to be skeptical, but don't do it where you're going to be like starting to question everything and then you become skeptical. Does that make sense to everybody? Does there be any questions? I mean, anybody have questions before we start? Okay, so I say a quick prayer before and after reading to open up, and then I close. So we're going to say a quick prayer, and then we're going to start, okay? All right. Holy Spirit, Lord God, Creator, I just ask for your permission to allow me to do this reading for the people who are online right now, and there's this Zoom reading. I ask if it's your will to allow your loved ones to come through and protect all of us within your white light. Surround us with your angels. I ask if any spirits of light, angels of light, spirit guides of light, ancestors of light, or you to use me as a messenger. Thank you for your gift, your protection, and all you do. Amen. Okay. So how am I gonna work is I'm just gonna ask one person at a time to unmute themselves, and that's how I'm gonna go through the line until we're done. So give me 1 second. So Ashley, are you there? Please unmute yourself.
Yes, I'm here.
Jill, so who do you want me, is your name Ashley?
Yes,
And then who you want me to connect with?
my grandmother on my mother's side.
What's her name?
Donna
Her last name?
Branca.
Franca?
No, B as in boy, Ranca.
Wanka?
Branca, B as in boy. So Branca, Branca.
Franca. Is that right?
Yes.
Sorry, how long has it been since she's crossed?
She passed away February of last year.
Okay, give me 1 second. So she's gonna show herself looking young. Will you, did your grandma promise you something at one point? Like
Uh,
she's promised you that she's gonna be with you on your special day or something to that point? I don't know what that means. As a graduation, a marriage or anything like that? A birthday? I don't know.
yeah, I don't.
Okay, so anyway, she's come forward and she says, I just want you to know I'm gonna be with you on your special day. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
So she made a promise to you at some point and I don't know. When your grandma was in her 20s, did she have like brown hair, medium length?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I see her like wearing this dress. Let's see. There was one dog running around with her. So she had a dog and she's taking care of a dog. Somebody's dog. It's a brown looking colored dog. Do you know if her parents lived on a ranch or wanted to live on a ranch? Because she's saying I'm living on the ranch with my parents. That's where her heaven is.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't, not a ranch, but that could be her.
You have some of your grandma's old furniture or something, or did you?
Yes.
So she's validating that to you. That's I ask her sometimes. Ask spirit, what give me one thing that only they would know that I would not know. She doesn't do a lot when she visits. She's always in the kitchen or the living room. If you feel her presence, what's that?
Yeah.
But she tells me that she has been known to mess with the TV at times. So I don't know if you're watching too much TV or she doesn't like what you're watching, but she just starts getting attention. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
She loves you and she's always going to be there. What do you want to ask her, say to her?
Just that I miss her so much. I I took care of her. So I just want to know that she's happy with how I took care of her.
She said you did everything great. Thank you for sacrificing your time for me and your love. She was, I want you to know that I've always grateful. She kept saying always grateful, always grateful. I keep seeing with her like a hummingbird. That tells me she's a very busy lady in life. So
She
pay
loved
attention to hummingbirds. Huh?
She loved hummingbirds.
It's interesting. She was, I love you, sweetie. And she's like that. She's blowing you a kiss. Like that.
Okay.
Does that sound like her?
Yeah, very much.
Thank you for allowing me to do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Tanya, are you there? Right. And what's your last so who'd you like me to connect with? You're on mute, Tanya. Can you unmute yourself?
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. And then who'd you like me to mute? I mean, sorry, mute. I'm sorry. Who'd you like me to connect with?
My dad,
How long has it been since his passing? I'm sorry.
29 years.
Okay, so you guys were young at the time. What's his first and last name?
Joseph Pleasant.
Joseph Pleasant.
Mhm.
So even though it's been a long time, sometimes this is what can happen with people. Spirit will say, well, I've done this, I've done that, or this is how I visit. And even though it's been a long time, not all of us are going to remember stuff because they're mourning or it's been a long time. People will go, well, maybe, probably not, probably could have been, should have, probably not. When they're doing that, they keep that wall up and then become automatically skeptical. So anything that comes out, well, probably, and then it just ruins their own reading. Does that make sense? Because
Yes.
I know spirit doesn't lie. I just got to go with what they're telling me because I can hear the spirit when that does happen and they get pissed off. But and then I'm in the middle of it. So, and then they're getting mad because they're like, I just don't think this is a good reading. It happens. So I got to always remind people, even though it's been a long time, it can happen like that. So I just want to let you know. So let me connect with him. You said that those girls were just talking about me, that they wanted me to come through or something. Tell them that I'm finally here. He's laughing. He's like a noisemaker. He's been known to drop things that made noises when he comes around. That's how he gets people's attention. That makes sense to you.
Mhm.
But I keep smelling or craving caffeine, which tells me that he liked drinking a lot of coffee or something. I don't know why I'm smelling that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Pay attention to the bluebirds or the blue jays and the buck deers with him. He'd always try to show himself that way as a nature. And he said he's visited in dreams in the past. Now, your dad loved the outdoors. I kept getting that he loved to go riding. Did he ride horses or something?
Yes.
I'm seeing like that background, like the ranch style kind of backyard. Does that make sense? Because I'm from Montana, I know what it kind of looks like. So
Yes.
it kind of reminds me of that. He liked to explore. He loved to go places. He loved his family. You know, he was an outdoorsman too. So that would make sense why he would come to you probably as a buck. Does that make sense?
Yes,
when he was younger? Okay.
Mhm.
So, do you ever see dragonflies also?
all the time.
That's your dad, because that would just represent that he was the guy that liked to fish. Your dad says he's proud of you kids because you maintained without my help. You always relied on your dad, but you guys were able to work together and help each other out and support each other. And he was that meant so much to me that you guys were able to do stuff together at times. A lot of times there's been ups and downs, but you guys always seem to figure it out. Does that make sense to you? What he's
Yes.
talking about?
Yeah,
I keep getting wallet. Do you have his wallet? Or somebody in your family have the wallet? It's validation.
I don't have his wallet. I do
Was it a
have,
leather wallet?
I don't have his wallet.
Was it leather though?
Yes,
Okay, because I'm seeing the leather wallet. It's just some validation there. Okay. He's standing there and I see 3 horses with him. So I don't know if he had 3 horses in the past or he's taking care of 3 horses that passed that he loved, but there are 3 behind him, right behind him, like on each shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like they're standing there. So it tells me that his horses are with him.
Tennessee Walkers.
Could have been the 3 that he showed up along with me.
So there's 3 dogs, he tells me, and then I see 2, I want to say 2 cats. So he has all these animals around him. So he's taking care of them, or he had those. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes,
People. He comes to me looking young, like in Western wear, like those Western shirts.
mhm,
They have like that little design. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a button-up collared shirt with the pockets. And probably Wranglers. They look like tight jeans, and he's just smiling. He's got those dogs right next to him. And when I see him, I see like behind him, it's just like a lot of land, like a lot of land. So that is where his private heaven would be. He wants you kids to keep trusting in each other and working with each other and then keep talking to him more. That's his biggest thing he wants to tell everybody. And I don't know which one of you guys think of this a lot, or one of you guys, or if it's all of you, but he says, I didn't suffer in my death. I go, I know that you're thinking about it all the time, but I did not suffer in my death. You understand that?
yes.
I said, who helped you cross over into the light? He said it was his old man. So he said it, my old man. So I'm assuming it's his dad.
Mhm.
And sometimes your dad would wear aftershave. So pay attention if you ever smell that go by, like I don't know what it was, probably Old Spice or something. I don't
Old
know if you smelled
Spice.
it. Yeah. So if you ever smell that, sometimes that's your that's your dad. What else do you guys want to say to him? Anything else? Ask him.
Just love him and miss him.
Thank you all he was thanking you kids for all that you've done. He made him very proud. Because I love all of you. So people talk, he's like, we'll talk soon. I got in one of those horses and he's riding away now. Right.
Thank you.
I don't know how to explain what I saw. I don't know if it's like it reminds me of a Montana prairie or an Arizona prairie, because it's just like way out there. It's like it's got some trees and some bushes, but nothing like really. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just all vast, like clear, but it went on for a long time. That's what I kind of saw. Some mountains a little way out there.
That
Does
would
that
be
make
his
sense?
Tennessee.
So you know what I'm. So he's that place is exactly where he was at in heaven. Then he must have loved it.
Where he wanted to be.
Wow. Did get a lot of validation? Did that help you?
Yes, thank you.
God bless you. Thank you for allowing me to do that.
Thank you. God bless you.
Okay, the next one would be Natasha. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So is that your first name, right, Natasha?
Yeah.
Okay, and who do you want me to connect with?
My dad,
And what was his first and last name?
Terry Beach.
Terry?
Terry Beach. Beach.
Terry Beach?
Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry for your last. How long has it been?
It's been 19 years.
He never got to say goodbye to you because it was kind of quick.
Yeah.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense? And he said, I'm
Yeah.
sorry for that. Because I'm going to go say, I'm very sorry. He says, I feel guilty because as when you were younger, I wasn't there enough for you. And I need you to understand that I mean, it tears me up, but I want you to understand that I'm sorry, that it was never intentional. And I hope you forgive me because he goes, there was a lot of times where I wanted you to be there with me. You know, he wanted to be there with you. I'm sorry. I want you to forgive me because I was also a little bit too strict on you at times. I'm sorry for that. And he goes, I realized my ways when I went to the other side. But he said, I want you to understand this. I've always loved you unconditional. But I hope I didn't leave those imprints on your head that you always had to keep going over and over. I wanted you to always remember me, how I loved you.
Yeah.
Your dad has light brown hair or blondish brown hair, correct? Short.
My brother did. My
He
brother,
passed?
yeah, he passed as well.
So he's jumping in the reading.
Yeah.
Let's see, what was his name?
Jason.
Sorry for your loss. So they may be
Thank you.
both be jumping in it, and I won't know who's talking. But I'm gonna allow it to happen because it's I
Yeah.
won't know who's talking. I'm just gonna go with what they're saying. So I'm seeing it really quick.
Okay.
I need her to forgive me because I didn't listen to her. I was effed up too much.
Yeah,
And I didn't give an F. You understand that?
I do.
She was a good sister. She always watched over me. I'm
He
sorry.
was a
I
good brother. He didn't let me go.
Dad's watching over me. Everything's changed. We have a different outlook, and I am so sorry. I was an angry kid. I was
Yeah.
I can't say the word here. Off on PF on everybody, everything
Yeah.
they care, even about me.
No,
I love you, but I'm
he
sorry.
was a good brother.
So your dad's got the brown hair, right? The short, dark brown
Yeah.
hair. They're standing
Yeah.
next to each other. T-shirt and jeans
Uh-huh.
kind of guy. He looked like he was like a.
Both of them, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he's a trucker or if he's like he just had like a lot of physical work. But you can tell he
He's
was
a
one of those
maintenance
workers.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. They're both hard workers.
So he has his arm over his son, and they're together.
Oh, that's awesome.
He says, he says, I have my house is up here near a beach. I love it up here. He goes, you never think I live there, but I actually love it up here.
Yeah.
Your brother lives in the mountains, but we're next door to each other. So I get that a lot with spirits. They'll say that they're neighbors, like they live down the
Yeah.
street, but create your own heaven. Like some
Yeah.
person will live on a ranch and one person will live on a beach, but they can still be neighbors. So they're always around each other.
Oh.
So they're both talking. They always mess with you. I don't know who's saying this, so I'm just gonna tell you who's talking. I heard I like to move things around. I like to hide things. And then she finds them somewhere else and she gets frustrated.
Yeah. Maybe Jason.
Somebody's dropped something from the table. And we visit her in dreams. Penny's on the ground. Penny's on the ground. They always bring the birds. There's like a flock of birds of different kinds of birds. I don't know. The birds are always coming. We always-
Yeah. Yeah, I just watched them like 2 days ago. There was like 4 blue jays and a yellow bird and a cardinal, like all
Yep.
together. And so, yeah, it's crazy.
That's just it's your family coming through with these guys. Are you thinking about, or do you have a tattoo in one of their memories?
I have both. I have a tattoo in both of their memories. Like I have one for my dad on my arm and one for my brother on my back.
What do you want to ask or say to them?
I just wanted to make sure that Jason wasn't mad at me before he passed. My brother.
He's laughing. He goes, no, because I love you too much. Why would I be?
And I wanted to make sure my dad knew how proud I was that he was my dad. Because we didn't always see eye to eye.
Does that mean, he goes, that meant the world to me. I need to hear that. Because I've always been proud of you too. Because just because I'm with Jason doesn't mean I'm with you. I'm with you every day. You're calling me more, okay?
Okay.
You're both waving because I love you, sis.
No, love you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Did that
That
help
really
you?
helps. Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
like you need to hear that.
I did. Thank you. I
I'm sorry.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. Oh, Roxanne, you're next.
Hello, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
And then who would you like me to check with?
My grandmother, her name is Stella Ceres, Ceres.
Stella.
Ceres,
Can you spell that one?
Ceres.
Oh, Ceres?
Mm-hmm.
Series. Okay. Sorry for loss. How long has it been since she's crossed over?
About 29 years.
She's gonna come to me looking young. You never got to see your grandma before she passed the way you wanted to?
Yeah.
Because she's saying, she goes, I want you to know, honey, that I know it killed you. That you never got to see me before I passed. It really bothered you. You talk to her all the time.
Yeah.
You have pets, right?
No.
Does somebody in your family have the pets? I keep getting cat or cats.
No cats.
Okay, if there's anything that comes up with the cats, even in the past, the cat was noticing her. So if that makes sense, that's what I keep getting with this one. When she was younger in her 20s, did she have like short, dark brown hair or black hair?
But
Was it, yeah, black hair? Was it short?
yeah,
And I see her wearing this dress, but it's like straps, like right here. I'll explain it. It's a dress. And it goes down. A lot of color on it. Your grandma, she loves people, but she says, I need a little time for myself at times. To get away. So she has created like her own private island. I go, you always secluded? She goes, oh no. She was, I just like, I need a break because I have a lot of family and people. You're always talking to me and I'm always down there. She was like, I need to take some time. So she was always busy. Does that make sense?
yeah.
People are always talking to her, she says. Oh, my pen just broke. Give me 1 second. I got another pen. There it is. She says, I know she senses me because she talks to me, but she told me you've had dreams of her in the past. You're is it you or your grandma? I'm sorry, is it you or your mom that I keep hearing an echo? It's hard for me to stop. Anyway, do you or your mom have a shirt or a blouse of her that's blue or purple?
If we had a what?
Like a blouse or a shirt, the color is like blue and purple that she used to have? You or your mom? Somebody in the family? Because that's what I'm getting, like a blue and purple shirt. She says you guys have real clothes, and I told her to say, give me something more in details, and she said blue and purple. So I'm just throwing it out there. Your grandma
My mom-
is saying, what's that?
My mom is deceased.
Okay, so somebody in your family has that shirt then, right? If you don't have it?
I have a couple of things,
Okay,
but
so
I'm
I
trying
keep
to think
getting
of the color.
like a purple and blue, like blouse or shirt. That's what I'm getting. I didn't. I asked if it was your mom. She didn't say that. That was me, because I was just assuming that you or somebody in your family had it.
Okay.
She's thanking you for helping her out when you did. Does that make sense? When you were there and helping her?
Yeah.
Were you like her caregiver?
No, I was her favorite granddaughter.
So somebody was always taking her places and helping her at times as well. Just to say thank you. Whoever that was thank you. Just don't forget to say thank you. What else do you want to say to her?
If she's watching over us and protecting her.
She goes, of course I do, honey. She goes, I swear you feel me when I'm around. She says, I'm down there every day checking on everybody.
Okay.
I want you to start taking care of yourself and getting outside more. I need you to go and be happy. I miss that smile. But you can always find me. You know where to find me, honey. Grammy loves you. She's going like that. Did that sound like her?
Yes.
Did that help you?
Yes, it did.
Thank you for allowing me to do that.
Thank you.
Okay, who's next? You don't have a name on yours. Yours, you have a lady right here with the ponytail. Is that you? I'll ask you to unmute. I don't know your name because you don't put your name. Can you see that? The one with the tank top, the lady with the tank top, is that you? Yeah, you.
Okay.
Sorry, you didn't have a name on there. You know what to say. Okay. And what's your first name?
Sheila,
And Sheila, who'd you like me to connect with?
my son.
I'm sorry for your loss. How old was he when he died?
About 2 months.
How long ago?
About 2 months. July.
So he died in 2 months. I mean, so he was 2 months old.
Oh no, he was 26. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Because I was gonna say I don't connect with babies. I was gonna, okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry for your loss. And what was his first and last name?
Matthew Berry.
Sorry for your loss. Matthew Berry, right?
Mhm.
I'm sorry I did this. I didn't do this to hurt you. I was in a lot of pain. I was angry. It had nothing to do with you. And I wish you can understand that, Mom, 'cause I know sometimes you think it's you. You understand what he's talking about? He says, there's nothing. He goes, Mama, you need to stop blaming yourself. I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't figure out how to get out of this. I don't, but he keeps saying it was not you. You were a good mom. So he's saying that a lot of it was, I think it was mental illness. And I think he was trying to fix it with some like chemicals. Does that make sense? Drugs. And I think that's what caused that to keep it. Does that make sense? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I just have to say that because, I have to make sure you validate that's your son. I have to do that.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. He's always going up from behind you and giving you a hug, but he says, I'm there every day, Mom. I moved things in front of her to get her attention. So something was moved. Does that make sense? Or something? And you looked and did you see that?
It's hard to tell. I have cats.
So you own cats. Okay. So I'm gonna see what else he's doing. Hold on. And you're still mourning quite a bit. When people are mourning, they go through like a tunnel vision. So it's hard for them to get the dreams, the images or things around them. But I know he doesn't lie, but if he tells you what he does, just kind of be more open and see if you see stuff, okay?
Yeah.
He's also been known to touch your leg or grab your leg when you're laying down. Visit her in dreams. Yeah, he talks about the cats, messes with the cats. You've been seeing ravens around since he's crossed over?
I've seen all kind of birds. Yeah.
So pay attention to the raven. The raven would represent, because that's also my animal totem. Raven represents somebody like the color black. It tells me he's got a resilient personality. He could be loud or it could be quiet. They call other birds to eat with them. It tells me he's not a selfish person. It could be spiritual because the Native Americans, we believe that it's one of the messengers between the creator and down here. they get judged a lot, and people either love them or they get judged. So I understand it because that's how I am all the time too. I'm sorry, Mom. Please forgive me.
I do.
He's got like short brown hair or dark brown hair, t-shirt and jeans kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
You like the outdoors, you like music, you like video games, it's a typical guy with friends.
Yeah.
Trips. Did you kind of see him the way he died?
Yeah.
Because he's saying, I didn't want you, whatever he did to pass away, it wasn't meant for you. And I think it's where you keep going through your mind that he did that because it was meant for you. Does that make sense? And it wasn't for
Was
you.
there when he took his last breath.
So you understand what he's talking about? Because he's saying, I didn't want her to go to see me that way, to go through me that way. There's nothing you could have done, Mom. So he's saying the could have, would have, should have. He doesn't want you to keep dwelling in that as well. You got to find a way of forgiving yourself so that he can be able to get through more. Does that make sense? So you can get more to let you know he's never going to leave you. And he leaves feathers laying around. Feathers. Pay attention to the feathers. He goes, I'm never there. He goes, Mama, I'm always here. I never went anywhere. I'm in heaven, but I'm always here. I keep getting like a grandma type. There's a grandma up there that takes care of him and watches over him. So
Oh, really?
that's what he tells me. Grandma visits him and she's always with him up there. So he's okay. Is there anything you want to ask or say to him?
I'd like to ask him where he'd like me to put his ashes, or if he just wants me to keep them.
I want her to keep some because I know she will. I want those ashes spread up towards that mountain I always liked. Like there's a hill or mountain that he always liked going to. You know what he's talking about? He used to talk about there's a mountain. Let me ask him.
Sure. He liked everywhere, so it's hard to say.
Let me see if I'm going to try my best to get what he wants to tell me about. I don't get names, but I'm going to see what he says. The place we always used to go all the time growing up.
West Virginia probably is where he wants to go.
Big yes, big yes. So you know what he's talking about, that area? That's where I want to go, Mom. You can keep some of my ashes.
Let him know that I sent some to his best friend Seth. We stay in touch a lot.
What's that?
That we stay in touch a lot.
Tell him that I'm sorry because he also blames himself. It had nothing to do with anybody. It was me.
And his brother sends his love and thinks about him a lot.
He likes to mess with his brother's lives. That's how he communicates. Let brother know he's there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I want to know if he put nutmeg on one of my pots while I was cooking.
You what?
If you put nutmeg on one of my pots.
You're saying maybe. He's laughing. He's a jokester.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Mom, I'm never gonna leave you. Just waiting with this, look at that, zoom with that. I don't know. Right before he said goodbye, I kept seeing like a sticker. I don't know if there was something in his memory or he likes stickers. I don't know what that would be because I never get details. It's so quick. Look, I know it was a sticker. Did he like stickers or something? I don't know. But there's
He
some
may.
validation, huh?
He had all kind of meetings for stuff, so it's hard to say.
Okay, that might
Where's
come up.
he living?
What?
Where's he living? What's his heaven look like? Did
He already
tell-
left. When I saw him, he was with his grandma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a big house. They were together. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, it's fine.
Did this help you?
Yes, immensely.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I hope you got some healing that you can move on now.
Absolutely.
There's no
Thank
way
you.
for you to know any of this. Thank you for allowing me to do this.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for allowing me. God bless you.
Thanks.
Chris, are you there?
Hello, Paul.
So Chris, who would you like me to connect with today?
My brother Robert Brown.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
How long ago?
It'll be 2 years, October 18th.
Well, he's got a lot of energy. His death was kind of like unpredictable. Like nobody predicted it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
My death was unpredictable.
Right.
Was this like an accident?
No, not an
Nobody saw
accident.
it coming.
It was
Okay.
sudden.
It was sudden. So you understand what he's saying then?
Yeah.
You two are very close.
Yeah.
He misses hanging out with you all the time, like he used to. But he's with you. He goes, I let him know I'm with him every day, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
He misses giving you crap. I can't say the word in here. He just the best. He goes, I just miss the basic brotherly thing, that the bickering back and forth, you know. He goes, but we were always tight. We were always tight. When you were laying down, when you lay down, do you ever hear noises in your bedroom and nobody's there?
Yeah.
Like something, I don't know if something fallen or tipped over, but that's so that would tell me that, and like you're a busy guy during the day or not paying attention what he's trying to show you around. So like
Yeah,
when we're
that-
laying down, that's when they'll do things, and it might scare you a little bit because you don't know what's going on. Like, what's in my bedroom? Is this him? He still talks to me a lot when we're alone, and I hear him and I see him crying. He's a brave man, but he holds it in a lot. He keeps saying, I never left you. You must always think that your brother's left you, but he keeps saying, I never left you. I keep getting that. He keeps repeating that. Do you ever feel like he's gone and never came back?
Yeah, for sure.
No, he's always with you. Because it's interesting when a spirit always keeps repeating that. T-shirt and jeans kind of guy. So he's got dark brown hair. It's medium length is different than medium length for a girl. So mine's really short, so it's a little bit longer. Does that make sense? Not too long,
Yeah,
a little bit longer. And it's
Yeah.
20s. Yeah, because he said that the ladies liked him a lot. He's laughing.
Yeah.
Did he play basketball?
No, he
Ball or
played
something?
football.
Huh?
Football.
Was it football?
Yeah.
Did he like sports?
He did.
Did I think going out, having fun, hanging out, socializing? He was always busy. This guy was always a busy guy, just like he was always doing stuff. Always going. Does that make sense? Always on the go at
Yeah.
times. A hawk, a buck, and a bee. It's interesting that he would say a buck and the bees. So the hawk would be like a very powerful bird. It means he's a powerful person. He's a protector. They can go anywhere they want. They have more freedom. They're very powerful. A buck would represent either that he liked hunting or that as a male personality he was a leader. And he had, and he was like, if he had a family or girls, girlfriend, he was always on the watch, and just making sure everything. Does that make sense? You have to kind of go with the animal's personality. And the bee would tell me that he was a hard worker, that he worked really hard in what he wanted.
He did. Yeah.
Your brother says he wants you to always keep talking to him, that he's never left you. Your brother wore a necklace or a chain.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
I don't.
Okay. I'm seeing the necklace. Are you thinking about getting a tattoo also? Or you have a tattoo?
I'm actually thinking of getting one.
Does it have something with arrows?
Yes, it does.
Does that surprise you that I would know that and there's no way for me to know
It does.
that?
100%. Absolutely.
If the arrows are going like this or something, I don't know. I don't know, but that's kind of what I'm getting.
Right.
I got chills. He said, "See, I'd never let you down." And I just see him giving you like a high five or something like that, like slapping each
Yeah.
other's hand. You have a grandpa that passed, or was there somebody's grandpa? There's a
My
grandpa he talks.
grandmother, not grandpa.
Maybe
I never knew my grandfather.
because he's saying there's a grandpa up there. I don't know if it's your great grandpa or if there was a grandpa that maybe that's the grandpa. I don't know. But he goes, me and him are having the time of our lives up here. I live up here, up in the mountains next to grandpa, and it's great. So
Okay.
they're the same age.
Wow.
Tell my brother I love him. Tell him I'm always here. Tell everybody I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I never got to say goodbye. And then I'm doing okay now. He goes like this. Tell everybody I said thank you. He said, I love you. Did that sound like your brother?
It does.
Did that help you?
Yes, for sure.
Awesome. There's a way for me to know that tattoo. That was a big validation there for you with the arrows. That's crazy.
Right.
Thank you for allowing me to do this.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you. Hello? I'm sorry, Caitlin, are you next?
Hi,
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right. Go.
And Caitlin, who would you like me to connect with today?
My mom,
What was her first and last name?
Christy Humphreys.
Okay, I'm sorry for your loss. How long has it been?
She passed February of this year.
Sorry. She's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she's here talking to me. Her death was somewhat quick, but she didn't feel anything. It was like really sudden. Does that make sense? Right towards the end, she goes, I didn't feel anything, honey.
I hope so.
It's like I fell asleep and I couldn't get up or something. Like I fell asleep and couldn't get up. And she felt like she was just going, like falling asleep. That's all she said. We go just falling asleep. And she goes, I don't want you to worry about me that way anymore. I want you to remember me how I lived and how I loved you, not how I died. That tears you up. That's not me no more.
Hmm.
She's saying when she's going to start when she visits you, she's going to start trying to find ways of letting you know she's there, something with flowers. So she's either going to leave flowers in front of you, or maybe you're going to see something. I don't know what it is, but she's going to do her best to get the flowers. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So
Yes.
start paying attention to that in the future. because she's trying to figure that out, she said. She's talking so fast. She visits you in dreams. The living room lights have flickered before after she passed. Do you remember that? They might have been dim or they flickered. If that's the case, that would have been your mom.
Like in my apartment or where she passed?
She said living room.
Living room. Well, I
Should've-
wasn't there when she passed, but
No, I mean after she passed. Like, was there like? Do you remember like in the living room?
in
where it
my
flickered?
apartment, I've had many lights flicker in my apartment.
So that would be your mom then trying to say she's with you then.
Okay. I thought it was just the light bulb.
Oh no, she's her. She sits with you a lot when you're talking with her, thinking about her. She says, "I'm always there, honey." She goes, "You don't understand how hard it was for me to leave you and you and everybody, all my kids.
2 brothers.
It was hard for me. I would do anything if I could have had the chance to stay longer, but it was my time."
Yeah.
Your mom was always busy when she was younger, when you were younger, I mean, right?
Busy? I don't know.
Was she not around enough, she said, at times?
No, she wasn't.
So you understand what she's talking about then? She goes, "I need her to forgive me about that because I know that bothers her."
Okay.
I want to thank you for all that you've done for me, even up towards the end of my death. So that means that you were either with her or you were visiting her right before she passed. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
She lives in a big, beautiful white house that lives outside of the beach. It's like 2 or 3 stories, and it's not like a house. It's just like a flat on the top
Okay. She lives on the beach?
in heaven.
Oh, okay.
There are 2 dogs with her in heaven, she tells me. So there's 2 dogs. You wear your mom's jewelry now sometimes. You hold on to it. Does that make sense? Necklace and
Yeah.
rings.
Yeah, jewelry.
Mhm.
I love her jewelry.
She says you always look good in it. Your mom has like light brown hair or blondish brown hair. It's kind of curly, wavy. Does that make sense? She's younger. Yep. I want to say, was she in her 20s, like in the 1980s or something? Do you remember? I could be wrong, maybe the 90s, but she's got this
80s, yeah.
this white crop top thing around. I don't know. I think I'm not a girl, but I know it goes about right here. It's white,
Okay.
really pretty. And I could tell the hair by the 80s, you know. She's got this whole 80s vibe going on. That's how I see her.
Oh yeah. Her hair was always big and
And she's got these jeans, these tight jeans on. She's got a nice figure, and that's how I see her in heaven. Does that make
always
sense?
figure. Yep.
You may smell perfume sometimes, and that would be your mom walking by. She tells me she's the perfume. And there's a baby that watches her go by. She tries to get the baby's attention. Who has the baby? There's a little kid or a baby.
I have a 6-year-old son.
Is he seeing things? Does he know
He's
grandma?
talked about grandma a lot. Yeah.
Does your brother have kids?
No, I'm the only one with a kid.
Because she says the baby, she calls it the baby. The baby sees me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. She's been known to move things off tables. Pay attention to that. Blue jays and ladybugs with your mom. Ladybugs would represent she's like being outside in the yard or working in the yard or something that would happen. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Pay attention to those are the bluebirds or blue jays. She goes, once in a while, an occasional butterfly, she said. That's what she said, an occasional butterfly. She goes, she's always going to know it's me. Is there anything you want to say to her or ask her?
No, I think you covered it all. Just
Did this help you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you guys, I think I got everybody. So we're going to say a quick prayer. I got another Zoom reading I got to do with in less than a minute. So let's say a quick prayer, okay? I hope this helped everybody. Holy Spirit, Lord God Jesus, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to do this reading for these people online tonight. I just pray for healing for every one of them. I ask if it's your will to continue to allow their loved ones to visit with them. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for all your gifts and everything you do for us every day. Amen. God bless you guys. You guys all have a good night. Thank you for allowing me to do this. Appreciate it. Thank you.